Hello. Man, sometimes when I listen, I'm gonna wait and see if anybody shows up real quick. But I'm gonna talk a little about Pluto energy. I even kind of read into this a while back because I remember exactly where I was when all of these planets went retrograde. I had retreated away from everyone, living in a trailer with no running hot water near Chicago, Illinois, when all of the planets started going retrograde back in April. I've talked about this before, but now that Pluto is stationing back direct right now, this is very serious business. So I'm going to talk about this. Oh, something's happening with Saturn on the 7th. So I'm going to read again what this Pluto retrograde started in April. And this is energy that's been going on since April 24th. This chart says the 24th. The psychic astrologer that I just watched, and I'll tell you, it's Psychic Sounds by B. Pluto stations direct. Get ready to rumble. All right. So it's cozied up with Saturn right now. And while I'm listening to her, this stuff literally blows my mind. Because Pluto, according to Astrology King, right there, says Pluto retrograde, serious business. What day did it go? April 24th, my born day. So that stood out to me. And I was alone, and my psychic abilities, my downloads were out of this world. That's when I started doing all of this stuff. Because as I was listening to this astrologer and psychic talking about the retrograde planet Pluto coasted up with old Saturn, Lord of Karma, the people are going to stop popping back into your life. Their Lord of Karma, their law of attraction, their consciousness are starting to ring inside. They're starting to feel things again. So I'm going to read right here. Pluto retrograde 2019 started on April 24th and ends on October 3rd, 20 degrees Capricorn. It started at 23 degrees Capricorn. So the dates are a little different according to who you listen to, but that same energy is still there. April 24th really resonated with me because that's my born day. So the major influence on Pluto retrograde this year is Saturn conjunct Pluto, which it's shifting right now. When a planet goes retrograde, it kind of appears that it's going backwards, but it's really not. It's really just kind of like moving. It's not going at a fast. Plus, Pluto is a very slow outer planet. Like Vedic astrology doesn't even include the outer planets at all, but they are very significant. The outer planets affect our inner being more than anything. Our spiritual downloads, our intuitiveness. So all of us that are getting all of this spiritual intuitiveness, prophecy, psychic, whatever you want to call it, we're getting downloads for a reason. So when she was talking about the degrees on it, let me finish reading this because this is blowing my mind. They say, before I talk about Pluto retrograde 2019 in more detail, you will find a description of Pluto retrograde in the natal chart, followed by the general meaning of Pluto retrograde in transit. So I'm going to read the transit part because not everyone has Pluto in retrograde. Pluto doesn't go retrograde as often as like Mercury goes several times a year. Pluto is a very outer planet, so it takes much longer to go around. But that woman in the video said, if you have in your sun sign tropical matters and Vedic, I'm putting all of this together. All of this matters, everything. Your tropical is your outer appearance. Your moon and your lunar. Lunar is Vedic astrology. They don't include the outer planets, so you need them both. You need them both. You need all of this if you really want to study the energy and stuff like that. So she said if you were born with Taurus between 0 and 9 degrees, you're highly protected. So because I've done my charts for tropical, sidereal, true sidereal, and sidereal to get all of my signs, I know the exact degrees of all my stuff. I know what planets were in retrograde when I was born. I know all of this. My Taurus was in 4 degrees. 17, whatever that's inches, or I don't know. It says 1 is a foot, right? 1 is a foot and 2. So it says 7, 17, 4. And I said, well, hallelujah, I'm highly protected because I just got that private call earlier. And I'm not playing these games. I have been given authority to cast out demons, to lay all hands on the sick. And if anything, if poisonous, if I drink anything poisonous, it will not hurt me. So I said, after that, those little demons can't even set me on fire. I'm not playing these little games with them anymore. So I suggest everybody go watch that video. It is Psychic Sounds by B. Pluto Station Direct. Get ready to rumble. Peaks January 23rd, 2020. Right now, we've still got Uranus and Neptune in retrograde. And I'm going to go over those retrograde planets in a minute because I just looked them up again. Because Mercury, our communication planet that goes retrograde several times a year, goes retrograde on October 31st. Jupiter already went back direct August 11th. So Saturn went September 18th. So now we have Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto's going back direct right now. Like right now. Cozied up there with the Lord of Karma, Saturn. And so that's very important in Vedic that you know all about Rahu and Ketu as well. This all is very significant stuff. Whoever told people not to look to the planets, wrong answer. Every detail matters about each one of us and the place and time we were born. So transiting Pluto retrograde meaning. This was happening at all this since April 24th. Pluto retrograde in transit is a regular cycle lasting 5 months every year during the opposition to the sun. As with all outer planets, it causes less concern than where inner planet retrogrades. Transiting Pluto retrograde is a time of reflection about power and control in your life. Excuse me again. If people have controlled or manipulated you, then now is the time to let them go. If you have been too controlling of others or situations, then it's time to let go. This is not a time for power tripping, but a time for elimination. Fated events and repeating things will reinforce which of your controlling habits, compulsions, addictions, prejudices must be eliminated. If you have been smothering and controlling in a relationship, holding on too tight, then you may be forced to let go. If obsessive compulsive behavior involving foods or drugs has taken hold of your life, then events may force a turnaround. The more intense your destructive behavior, the more extreme the detoxification or withdrawal stage will be, such as going cold turkey. Perhaps suspicion, secrecy, racism, gambling, or porn are taking control or holding you back from spiritual evolution. This was a serious spiritual time for everyone. Trust your spirit guides and think of the extremes your ancestors endured to have their genes in you, expressed in you. Destroying things which have control over you will increase your spiritual power and lead to personal mastery. So this is very important stuff. Saturn was conjunct Pluto, means hard work and serious business. You will need patience and determination as you face extra responsibilities with less time and resources to get the job done. You may experience loss, hardship, or disappointment as you learn what it is you must let go of or change. If something is broken, you must fix it or throw it out. Immoral or unethical behavior, such as lying and manipulation. Now, she said very importantly in that video, don't even fib. People's karma is coming. Lying, manipulation, or breaking the law would have serious consequences that would further restrict your options and freedom. Everything coming is everyone's own karma coming against them. The law of attraction is no secret. It's not. This is time for deliberate and well-considered change. This slow evolutionary process that builds new foundations on which to prosper in coming years. So this is serious stuff, like a Taurus, my sun sign, the sign that the Pleiades are in. So if people aren't aware of the Pleiadians and stuff like that, I've even watched many videos. There's probably some, if you look in my playlists, it'll tell you. I want to see what this says about Saturn up at the top. There's stuff that goes across at the top. There's lots of stuff going on. October 7th, Sun square Saturn. The Saturn is our Lord of Karma. The karma is your law of attraction. Everything in life eventually comes back to you. So that's why it's very important that we put out all good stuff. It's no secret. The book, The Secret. If you're new here, whoever you are watching, if you're new here, I really highly suggest people understand the power of the law of attraction. You can probably find YouTube videos about it if you can't go get the book. I already read it on live. There's a video about the law, about The Secret, the law of attraction, all of this stuff. I've been studying my butt off ever since I finally was able to get alone after the fire. And right after I got up near Chicago and was staying in a trailer with no running water and had to boil my water for a bath every other day because it was really a big task. And I was doing nothing but staying in that trailer, meditating and focusing and studying and studying. And I started working with cards and I realized how everything flowed together. Everything was so perfect. Every single thing had clues. Everything made sense. Everything finally resonated. Everything. And my guy in Nevada went to the hospital right at that time. I had changed my number, changed my location. He had no clue where I was. And something in me told me to call and make peace with all those planets that were starting to go to retrograde. And lo and behold, was he in the emergency room when I was driven to call him and make peace. And then I started sending healing cards because that's what healers do. They send love, they send healing, they send light. And now that Pluto's going back direct, I'm going to go finish watching this video because it very much matters. I will show you again that when you do your astrology charts, which I've given directions on how to do this, it's not hard. You can go to Cafe Astrology. I've posted the links into it. I've already studied and talked about this so much. So anybody watching that's new, that doesn't know all of the stuff I've taught, I suggest you go seek and ye shall find. I've done way too much teachings on all of this stuff over and over again. I lost hundreds of hours of teachings on Facebook and it exhausts me. So it's my rest time. I'm not going to waste all of this extra time. But I can tell you that you can tell, like this is the Vedic version right now, that all the outer planets were in retrograde at the year, the time, the place of my birth, the date. All of those, even in tropical, still Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter. So when they go retrograde, like they were from April until August and now, all of them together, I felt quite at home because I was born in that energy. It wasn't until then, but before April is where when the fire happened, when it seemed I was under spiritual attack at all times. So now that I've got this strange phone call and crazy stuff, I ain't playing games with these people no more. Not at all. And they have no idea who they're messing with. No one should ever underestimate the power of a praying, fasting woman who's been abused beyond belief and then shamed and laughed at, because my prayers are never unheard, and I stand firmly and I know my power. So if people want to be against me and play games, their karma is coming. I will never wish harm on anybody, but I'm going to pray extra hard for their heart so that they can heal and stop being those destructive beings to anyone ever again, because I have been hurt and lost way too much that it's not happening again. People are not going to start messing with me again. So I'm going to focus. I've got to go study, because I already studied. I studied Ephesians 6 and 10. And this here is spiritual warfare. And I'm ready. I'm ready to cast out demons and lay hands on the sick. So I'm all about teaching people how to heal their hearts. But when they won't listen, then they're going to stand down. And if they don't want to stand down, then they don't want to come against me. I can guarantee you that. So I am fully standing in my power, and I'm not backing down. I know who I am. I'm very well aware, and I don't need anybody telling me any different. I studied it all in prison while I was fasting, and I studied everything, and I still do. So I love everybody so much that I don't know who these people are that keep coming in my life and in my channel and in my phone and doing things, trying to stop me and trying to come up against me, that I don't find it funny anymore. So everybody have a blessed and beautiful night. And I send, you know what? Let's finish real quick. With Psalm 91. The umbrella of protection. Hello? There's crazy stuff in the energy going on right now. Pluto went retrograde, according to many different charts, April 24th, which is my born day. And right when everything went retrograde and the whole freaking world went crazy, I felt quite cozy. And I was studying because all those planets were in retrograde when I was born. I've done my tropical astro chart. They all go together. It all matters very much. I'm just now realizing just how much. Because tropical is your sun. Vedic is your moon. It switches things around. Vedic doesn't even use the outer planets. But they break them down. They all teach me about planetary energy. And so I'm watching. I'm not even done with that video. It blew my mind and I had to go live. So we're going to pray a prayer of protection around everybody. Because that one says, Pluto stations direct. Are you ready to rumble? That's what it said. Get ready to rumble, is what it says. So we're going to finish with this, and I'm going to rest. My shoulder is still killing me. You who sit down in the high Creator's presence, the divine spirit of love, spend the night in Shaddai's shadow. I don't even know that word. That's the one in this whole Bible. I don't know. Say this, O divine spirit of love, you are our refuge, and we trust in you, and we are safe. We don't need to be afraid. That's right. Our Creator rescues you from hidden traps, shields you from deadly hazards. Huge outstretched arms protect you, and under them, you're perfectly safe. The arms fend off all harm. Fear nothing, not wild wolves in the night, not flying arrows in the day, not disease that prowls through the darkness, not disaster that erupts at high noon. Even though others succumb all around and drop like flies right and left, no harm will even graze you. You'll stand untouched and watch it all from a distance. Watch the wicked turn into corpses. Yes, because the divine is our refuge. The high, divine, holy one, your very own home, always around angels. Evil can't even get close to you. No harm can get through the door. Spirit has ordered the angels, 12 feet tall, holy archangels, that's right, to guard you everywhere you go. If you stumble, they'll catch you. Their job is to keep you from falling. You'll walk around unharmed among lions and snakes and kick young lions and serpents from the path. If you hold on to me for dear life, says the Spirit of love, I will get you out of any trouble. I'll give you the best of care if only you'll get to know and trust me. Call me and I'll answer. Be at your side in bad times. I'll rescue you and then throw you a party. Well, hallelujah for that. I'll give you a long life and give you a long drink of salvation. So hallelujah. By the power of Christ that I studied relentlessly. It's Mark 16 that gives you the power to cast out demons, lay hands on the sick. You've been given the authority. Once you know these things, you won't fear these things. You will stand in your power. You will stand in your thing. And when you watch people hurting other people, you don't allow them to do that. This is why I don't agree with this stuff, whether they're saving people. What it's a fucked up way to go about it. Everything in the whole world, all of the military stuff, everything going on is not a righteous, loving way to do it for the people that are out there suffering at all. The people in California shouldn't be living in fear. They're our own country. But neither should the people in the Philippines. Neither should the people in Australia. Neither should the people in Indonesia. Neither should Italy and everywhere else. No one should be. Because in every single land, there are righteous people. In every race, every creed, every color. Not just Black lives matter. Not just white lives matter. All lives matter. All life matters. And my heart hurts for little Mavi down in the Philippines. My heart hurts for these people. So while I know that the military is behind this, and I know exactly what they're doing, and now I'm having spiritual stuff come up against me again, they don't want to mess with me. No, they don't. Because I'll sick all the holy archangels on them. Matter of fact, if people weren't going to bed right now, I'm gonna go get my holy archangel cards, and I'm gonna call on them again tomorrow. And we're taking back our whole wide world. I've got the archangel cards, no joke. breaks them all down, and we're going to call them tomorrow. We're going to pray a great protection prayer over everybody. And that way people can rest assured we'll do healing, and we're calling on the archangels. So people don't want to come up against me. I can guarantee you that. I can guarantee you that. I've already fought demons my whole life, and I ain't scared no more, not at all. So many of the church members are too frightened to go work in the streets, right? They're too frightened. So they don't, because it can be very scary out there. They were drugging my drinks and stuff in California, no joke. You have to navigate wisely. You have to be smarter than your enemy. You have to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You have to know how they think, and you have to beat them at their own game. So have a blessed and beautiful night, and we will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to rest. Everybody sleep with the holy archangels. They are right there all around you at all times. I'm going to go study. That blew my mind so much that I had to go and talk about this energy that's going on right now, because it is serious business. It's Pluto Retrograde by Astro King. I'll put it in the link below, the one that I just read. I left the information. It's Psychic Sounds by B. Pluto Stations Direct. Get ready to rumble. Have a good night. I love you all so much. I've already got this clicked. I send you love and healing light explosion all over the world to each and every one, especially out those still causing trouble and being destructive. Touch their hearts extra special, because their lies are about to come to the light, and we're all going to see it, and it's going to shock too many. I promise you that. Have a beautiful night.